So Tara Joyce just posted this. Obviously, the old hag doesn't have comprehension skills. I don't know how much clearer I have to be. I believe that Thomas Schoenberger and Craig Sawyer got Isaac Kappy in that military base that I thought was 20 minutes away from that bridge, but Geo Farnsworth corrected me and told me it was only 2 minutes away from that base, or from that bridge. And I believe that they tortured him to death to find out what he knew about that homeless encampment that had shackles for children nailed to the trees. It was a place where major child trafficking was going on. I believe that Corey Daniel and Daniel Dowd were the ones who drove Isaac Kappy's dead body to the bridge and put him on that bridge. That's the reason why he had sunglasses on and he was motionless. I think everything that was set up, I have never heard of a suicide having a deluxe 2 CD set that goes with the suicide. Never heard of anything like that. But I will say, I believe that Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth came into my town and took out my best friend, who perished at the same time they said they were in town. They sent me email. Pootie Twang, a.k.a. Daniel Dowd, sent me email after email after email with pictures of my house and places in town. Roads that were not on Google Maps. You know? Sent me all this stuff. And now that I'm calling them out, and the reason why the old hag is having a fit is because once they start looking at Pootie Twang, a.k.a. Daniel Dowd's emails, it's going to lead to her and Geo Farnsworth and Corey Daniel. And chances are, since they've gone out of their way to say how they wanted to take away my disability, they're the group that have done a myriad of attempts at identity theft regarding my disability account at Social Security. And I bet it's all in their emails. I believe, but I never accused them of murdering Isaac Kappy. Never once. I've always said that it was Thomas Schoenberger. And you know, you think that Tara Joyce would jump on that because she supposedly hates Thomas Schoenberger. They're enemies. But notice how they never tell anybody that I am on the record, like I am now, saying that Thomas Schoenberger and Craig Sawyer tortured Isaac Kappy at that military base to find out everything he knew and everyone he told about that homeless encampment in Arizona that had child trafficking in it. I accuse Tara Joyce and Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth of trying to steal my identity, trying to do all kinds of stuff to me. And I accuse Daniel Dowd and Geo Farnsworth of murdering my best friend. Those are the things, just so we're on the record. They probably won't get it in their head. And I never fat shamed Tara Joyce. I'm fat. So why would I accuse someone else of being fat? I accuse her of being a hag. See the resemblance? Here, let me show another one. Complete with her hair. See the resemblance? I'll show one more. See the resemblance? That's why I call her an old hag. I also find it suspect that she says that I'm calling them Nazi pedophiles, like it's unheard of that there's no Nazi pedophiles. Considering that this got busted in New York last September. Last September in New York, the FBI busted it. You know, for someone who is supposedly supposed to be all about supporting Isaac Kappy, it's interesting that they go out of their way to dismiss this. They don't want to ever bring it up and never want to talk about it. And maybe that's because Daniel Dowd did a video where he just bragged about how he's on platforms with video games and constantly plays video games. It's interesting that they don't ever want to talk about any of this. And anyone who, if I bring this up, they want everyone to think I'm crazy. And yet, this happened, this got busted in September. The proof is in the pudding. Tara Joyce reached out to me at the very beginning on TikTok while she was busy running around telling everybody that I was a pedophile. Because she's an ugly old hag who spent her entire career on her back or her knees. Either one brings up disgusting images. But she's an old hag. So I hope that this clarifies things for her so that she understands exactly what I'm accusing each one of them of. Any questions?